and welcome to the Retro Robbins show with me, Wayne, and of course Emo there, my AI who likes to dance to AY Robot. Well, sometimes he does. In fact, he's got a bit of a dodgy leg, so sometimes he doesn't dance at all. Anyway, what's on today's show? It's absolutely jam-packed of retro goodness. So if you love a bit of retro gaming fun for the retro week or weekend, depending on when you watch this show is oozing it left, right, centre, up, down, forwards and backwards. It's coming from all directions today. In fact, there's that much on this show, I'm not even sure I'm going to fit it in. I might have to use a bit of stock footage for the Crash re-reviews, which we'll come to in a moment. There's some Spectrum Next games. I've got a special guest to help me review one of those Spectrum Next games to tell me what he thinks about it. And we've got a couple of great games that have come out for the Spectrum 128K. That I found seen playing online. One of them, spoiler alert, is by Alan Turvey, who's notorious for taking arcade games, converting them and putting them onto the Spectrum, and usually 9 times out of 10 he does a great job. But does he do one today? Well, you'll find out that and more, much more, as we progress through the show. In a moment, we'll go and have a look at the Crash Smashes from out of this particular magazine from 1985/1986. I've got to remember to say that. Will cost you £1.95. Yeah, it's jumped from 95 pence to £1.95. Well, let's forgive them. It is a Christmas special after all. Yeah, lots of Next games, of course, today, as well as Spectrum games, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to do any other systems. Other systems will be included, including the ones that are named, and ouch, just excuse me, I'm being attacked. Ow, ow, ow. Big little terrapin here, ain't you? Hey, come on, hey, yeah, you, attacking me, ruining my show, you saboteur. Yeah, go on, monster, killed. As always, today's show is run on real hardware, and we'll be using the Spectrum Next Kickstarter 2 for the main playing and most of the games. We'll be using the Engo for some sound effects in the background, for some atmospheric music, and of course we'll be using one or two other various computers as well if possible. Let's have a look at this Crash cover then. There it is, the cover for the Crash Christmas Special 1985 to 1986. £1.95 from 95 pence, an entire pound more. As I said earlier, we can forgive it was a Christmas special. Strange looking cover that is. It's like the Grinch has metamorphosized into some sort of squid monster. Unusual, unfestive type of monster for a Christmas show. Maybe an abominable snowman or something like that would have been in more keeping. And it looks like he's nicking your TV, your computer and your joystick. And then Christmas with Santa Claus there handing him some games to take with him while he steals your loot. Rather dark picture, weird. Festive but not festive. I'm not sure I like it. I do kind of like it. I suppose it's more nostalgia nowadays than it was. But yeah, it's an odd looking cover for a Christmas Crash. Let's have a look at one or two of the other pages before we move on to our first Crash re-review. And we've got a couple of pages Rambo, there's a bit of adverts and stuff like that. As we come down, we'll come to this game, Sweevo's World. Now, do you remember Sweevo's World had that absolutely massive typing, huge typing, where you could simplify some of the letters. You had to do a code editor because it was all in machine code, and there was literally after page after page after page to simplify some of the screens. Some of the cheats in that were quite ridiculous, but who actually did it? Because if you hadn't done it, you'd have been highly disappointed because there was a few mistakes in that issue and in the code itself, so it wouldn't have worked anyways. So I've been led to believe. Anyway, back to him. As we come to our first Crash game, and this is the first one I'm going to re-review, it's Robin of Sherwood. Let's have a look at the loading screen before I give you the reviews. Lovely looking loading screen. Shut up. Lovely looking loading screen, yeah? Can I get on with my show, you little saboteur? Eh? Look. You're not here on my YouTube channel to attack me every time I record. Yeah. Anyway, let's... Come on, cat, leave me alone, please. Behave yourself, Ginger. Right. Robin of Sherwood by Orbin. It would have cost you £9.95. Use of computer would have been 89%. Graphics 95%. Playability 86%. Getting started 88%. Addictive qualities 94%. Value for money 90%. That's nearly £10. Yet you get a value for money 90%. Really? Okay. Overall rating then, I'll give you a few seconds for you to guess it. Have you got it? It's a whopping 94%, and let's see if it stands the test of time. As you can see, I do like to watch the game originally load, and this is going to take forever to load because it's 128k. So I'm going to do with the magic of editing. We're going to zip forward to when the game is truly loaded. Okay, I've got to say something about the loading screen before the game actually starts. I think this loading screen is absolutely beautiful. Really gives you the feel of a forest. It's well done, well drawn, shall we say even. Even the darkness, you don't need too much detail, but there it seems to have lots of detail and lots of great gameplay. We nearly loaded a couple of sections, but I want to try and catch the start of this game because you might not get to hear it again, and you don't very often hear it go on some of the walkthroughs either. When the game starts, it starts with a bit of voice speech, and hopefully we will get that any second now.
Can you help Robin in his quest for the silver arrow?
Well, there you go. I mean, I did unpause that a little bit too early. That's why you had a bit of a loading sequence there. Can you help Robin in his quest for the silver arrow? That's starting with this absolutely wonderful music in the 128 version. Odin Computer Graphics. They be the author of this one. And that is a lovely, lovely tune. Okay, so there's not a lot of detail on the screen. You don't get the option to redefine your keys, but what you do get is you get the Kempston and interface too. Enter will turn the music on and off, and if you want music during the game, I'm not even sure if it's got music during the game because I've only ever played the 48k version. I've also got a picture there hanging up of this particular game. Let me just show you. By Stephen, I think his second name Wright or White, I'm not sure. My house is decorated with lots of pictures like this. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's signed as well by the author of this particular game. Right, you've got to get all the arrows basically to be able to. It's a little bit similar to another game, but this is 1986, believe it or not. Yeah, this was in the Crash 1985, so obviously they had some early access to it. Right, we're going to go for 2 Kempston.
Can you help Robin in his quest for the silver arrow?
I didn't know it repeated that, so that's easy. So if I go 1, does it do it the same? Oh, you press 1, and it gives you the option to redefine the keys. Fires 1. Oh no.
Can you help Robin in his quest for the silver arrow?
One last time, so I'm going to Kempston.
Can you help Robin in his quest for the silver arrow?
Oh, I hope so. Right, so 0 starts the game. There we go. I mean, look, you pick objects up while you're crouching down. We've got to go. Oh. Oh, you only get 1 life, by the way. Ouch. And this cat's got 1 life because he's already used his other 8. Haven't you, Ginger? Get down. Starting with the gameplay is magnificent. Yeah, right, yeah, we need those. You need flowers as well because there's some pesky witches you have to collect flowers for. I get trapped sometimes. Yes, get rid of him. How close was that? Let's see if we can find an arrow. Ow, ow, ow. Yes!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Let me get out of here. This is really hard trying to play the game. the maze. It's amazing that you can just walk into the screen and straight away there's an arrow that happens to be right where you're going. And suddenly he's developed rapid fire, has he? And then they do follow you from the screen. I remember playing this for ages, but I'm sure I was better than this back in the day. I've lost me touch, so I should perhaps just... Yeah, gotcha. I love the little jingle you get as well when you bonk one over the head. Don't you? See, you don't get hurt if you run into them. You only get hurt if you get hit by their arrows, which I like. The graphics are fantastic. The maze is massive. Or it seems to be massive. Once you've learnt your way around the maze, looking for those arrows though. See if we can find an arrow. See if we can find an arrow. Fabulous game, it really is. You seem to find a few dead ends. I'm sure there was a secret passageway around here somewhere. I think you have to get a total of 3 arrows, don't you, if I remember rightly? Whoa. I could just go around killing all the guards. I think, you know, the sheriff of Nottingham's men.
Give me the chance.
It said, ouch, give me a chance. I'm sure it said that. Did he not say that? Anyway, I'm not going to be here playing it badly all day long, because if I had more time I would play, but I've got to try and get this video down, and this little ginger thing's got sharp claws, and he's on the back of my neck now. It's going to be a hard show. Right, first of all, does he deserve a crash smash? Absolutely, I wouldn't change that for the world. For the machine, the music, the gameplay, the whole experience, when you get into the game, to which I didn't, I've just basically briefly showed you, definitely worth a 9 out of 10. I'd give it a crash smash. I don't think we need to alter that. Agree with Crash on this occasion. Do you agree with Crash on this occasion? Remember, as always, I do like to see your comments in the comments below, but if you are by any chance watching this on Premiere, I'll be there with you, joining you in the chat myself. It's usually a good way to watch this show. So there we go, the first one out of the way already. And Robbie of Sherwood. And excuse me, I need to take this to the taxidermist. What are you doing? Leave me alone. Highly inappropriate use of music for this next particular gem of a game. We're going to go for this one, which I'll give you the rating, see if you can guess. You probably know it's going to be by Durrell, would have cost you £8.95. A use of computer 84%, surprising that to be honest. Graphics 92%, also very surprising. Playability 92%, getting started 91%, addictive qualities 94%, value for money 92%, its overall rating was 93%. What game is it we're talking about? This game is, of course, an absolute classic. Saboteur by Clive Townsend. Original. Oh, original? Really? Actually, I did have the original. As I probably mentioned on a previous show, if you bought a Durrell game at the start of the game, on the tape I mean, the clear part of the tape would have the word Durrell to make sure it wasn't a pirated copy. I thought that was a nice touch, to be honest. When this game loads, it's got an excellent bleeper music, so I'm going to get it loaded in the moment. We're going to give it a brief play, and we're not going to be too dwell on this one. Quickly go through it, because I think you know where I'm going to go already with this particular game. Was a crash smash. Here we go. That is pure nostalgia for me, because this game is quite easy to complete, to be quite honest. But what a game indeed. As I frantically look around to see what I've done with my joystick. The cat's gone to sleep. So winner when the chicken dinner. I should get on the names list, and I should be able to get through quite a number of screens. As I say, I can complete this game every time I play it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go through a quick brief inventory of it. We're going to go for Kimstone. and I'm using my reliable joypad. We start mission, and you get to choose what level you want. We'll have extremely easy. I've done it on every level, to be honest. Now you can get weapons. I did select Kempston, but for some strange reason it's not working. Let me find out what's going on. It was my fault. It was an oversight. I could have sworn. Well, you start with one throwing object. You can get various other objects when you go around the screen. And yes, you can get to kill the dogs. In this particular game, I think there's a brick here, yeah. I like to go and kill as many animals as you can. Right, you need to get the disc, you need to get back to the top of the disc, but you can also destroy the compound, which is pretty easy to do. You've got plenty of Kamachi moves there. You can kick and punch, you can throw, and yeah, you tend to need to get to the train pretty quickly. But the graphics on this game are, well, for the time, the game runs really smoothly. And the thing is, you can regenerate your energy quite easy by just standing still. You see your energy, so if you're patient and you allow that to build up, you should never really die at this game. But unfortunately, when you're rushing, as I often do, if you rush this game, you will probably lose your one and only life. In keeping with real life, you only get one chance. Don't lose it. However, on this, you've got the healing powers of Wolverine because you regenerate quite quickly, despite getting shot, kicked, bitten. You know, it's not quite. Yeah, and you know, generally speaking, if you duck somebody aiming a gun, they'll just lower the gun and shoot you. But we're not talking real life, are we? We're talking gameplay, and in this gameplay, it is magnificent. There are certain buttons dotted around. I always wish there was a secret room in there. It would have been nice, wouldn't it? In the newer version, which was done for the next, and it was basically coloured in. If they could have done a secret room, I think we'll go this way so I can kill the dog. Just got to keep my cat happy, haven't I? Yeah, by pressing down and yeah. So if I was to press this button here, it would actually lock a door that I want to go through, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to try and get to the disc before the time is up. And you can sneak up on the guards as well. It's the first game really I know of that you could actually use a bit of stealth. I'll explain more in a moment. Yeah, the subway, there's not a lot going on there really. It's just those little bars moving across the screen at the bottom that are the rail hooks. They give it the illusion that it is moving. And I think you get a guard nearly everywhere. Once the guards are dead though, they stay dead, and when you go back to them, they're still in the same place. So that uses a lot of memory for them to do that. It's such a well designed, well coded game. You're on a secret mission, you're a mercenary, you're trying to do a favour. Shall we say you are a mercenary, yeah, of course. Those were meant to be like those computer rotating displays, I'm sure. The terminal consoles, some of them do nothing, some of them do lots of things. Yeah, look, I can sneak up, yeah? And when you get close enough, as long as you don't get too close, you don't get hit. I think, is it this one? No. Next level up, I can get the disc. You get the disc, the timer will automatically stop. And I'm going to sneak up because I just want to not lose a life. There we go. You can kick them from quite a distance actually. When you get to here, great, we get the disc, we stop the top. And then you need to swap that for a bomb, plant the bomb, and basically get out of here. It was given a cross smash back in the day. The only problem I've got with this game, it really is quite too short, really. It was fantastic. I wasn't really so much into the sequel because I just like this one better. Yeah, so its overall rating as a Crash Smash Saboteur, 93%, value for money 92%, addictive qualities 94%, getting started 91%, use of computer 84%. Really? I couldn't understand why that was so low. Graphics 92%, should have been more because it's perfect really, isn't it? You know, you're talking about a 48K Spectrum. What do you want? It's lovely. Even the way that half your character disappears while you're in that window. I wouldn't touch this for the world. I think it's a crash smash today as it was back then, and an absolutely fabulous game. Unfortunately, just a little bit too short. What do you think? A bit of an inappropriate music again for this one. The game's double bubble that's in the background. We go into Commando now, which was by Elite, obviously. Who doesn't know what this game is? The arcade conversion for the Sinclair Spectrum truly wasn't a bad one, and neither was this action-packed loading screen, which you'll get to see in glorious colour anytime. Oh, didn't time that very well, did I? Nearly woke up the cat as well. Bad idea. No! Let's have a look at the ratings then. User computer 86%, graphics 92%, playability 95%, indeed correct. I do love the red and yellow of the Spectrum, the way it makes explosions look really vibrant. I digress. Addictive quality is 95%, value for money 92%, overall rating then was 94%. It was quite a highly rated game for £7.95 as well. The value for money got 92%. There are other games. Let's give an honourable mention out to Spellbound as well, which was a crash smashing this year. It was the sequel to Finders Keepers by Mastertronic. Was £2.99, and that got a crash smash, so that was probably value for money on that rating, just out of interest, was 98%, and rightfully so. Overall rating was 95%. Why am I talking about Spellbound? Because we're not going to have time to put all of these in, so I'm just giving you the ratings on that. I'll finish the ratings off, shall I, for Spellbound. User computer 96, graphics 87, playability 91, getting started 92, addictive quality is 89%, addictive quality is 89%. There's no fire button. It's one of those first window type game systems. You know, Windows 98. I wonder if Steve Jobs got the idea from that. Or was it Steve Jobs that did 98? I don't know, not sure. Who cares? I digress. And finally, there is one more crash smash, but I'm going to keep that a secret for now because I might actually do a live stream on that particular game. Loading screen, magnificent, packed full of action, lovely. Are you like the Elite as well? I used to love the Elite logo. I thought that was magnificent. And the colour bars when it loaded. Oh, that was better than just watching normal bars loading. We had colour bars loading. A bit like the Commodore, but a bit like the Commodore. Oh, we need to get it loaded. As I say, I did like the way the Elite sort of rolled there, and we kind of missed it slightly because I was a bit fast on the old keys. Choose joystick or K for redefine. On this occasion, because I do like to know where my bomb, my grenade is to my fire button, I'm going to redefine the keys. So to redefine it's R. Is it R or K? K to redefine. What's it used for grenade? Can I use enter? Yes. S to start. Here we go. Classic, not quite like the arcade, but for the Spectrum this was really well done. And I never could get it right. You just have to spray the place with bullets. These red boxes represented your ammo. This is such a playable game. The bullets do disappear after a while. Doing well to survive this long. I never know why I didn't get the motorbikeist. Doing alright, doing alright. Oh, this is probably the best game I've done in ages. Considering I haven't played it for many, many years. And this was one of my go-to games when I was coming home from school. I always loved playing Commando. And I also love playing Commando with the infinite lives poking it because that made things easy. It gets mayhem and it's a lot of rinse and repeat, especially when you get towards the end of every level. but there's so many soldiers to kill when you get to the end. It's unreal. It is manic. You've got a pattern that you can follow. The bullets, shall we say, are so slow moving, right, that's what catches you out. You run into them more than they actually hit you. There's not a lot going on the screen. The grenades are a bit faster than the bullets, so you can avoid them a little bit easier, actually. See, and that's a bit, another thing, there's a little bit of a bugbear there. I didn't feel like that bullet hit me. I felt it was going past me, yet it still managed to take me alive. Oh, and they can stab you if they get too close as well, can't they? So open the gates, draw yourself back, and try and kill as many as you can without actually running into a bullet, which I do every time. But I still managed to get my name in, and I'll tell you what about getting your name in. This is a fantastic way to put your name in, isn't it, eh? Shall I go for Retro or shall I go for Wayne? I just love that. Talk about making name entries fun. That is absolutely brilliant. Commando! 100% every Crash Smash today has kept its Crash Smash mantle. In my case, this was a brilliant all-action arcade simulation for the Spectrum that did a mighty fine job. And remember, people were still finding their feet on how to code this game. It had a fantastic loading screen which gave you the right atmosphere for the game. The one thing you didn't have was the music, but you know what, this game was brilliant and I loved it when I could put all the cheats in. So thank you to Robin, I believe, who was the first one I used the poke sounds of to be invincible, and that makes an entirely new game out of it, if you ask me. Commando! Not to everyone's taste, I believe, but certainly was to mine. I do love a good firing shoot 'em up, especially one that you can cheat on. So we get the Pac-Man remix by Alan Turvey. Straight away, the loading screen looks absolutely wonderful, very cartoon-esque. Midnight Brew, links in the description to where you can download or even buy, hopefully soon, a physical copy of this game, because normally Alan sells a bundle of games by Midnight Brew. And also, I'll show you something while I'm at it. There on my wall you can see I've got a poster of the Midnight Brew, which came from the very first Crash Live event, which was in Warsaw. Anyway, I've had a friend over already to play with me on this particular game, and we were both kind of astonished. I'm going to go through it now and I'll tell you for why. Because usually when you get arcade conversions, they're a little bit lacking. There are many versions of Pac-Man and very basic versions of Pac-Man, especially in Cascade 50, where you had around about 10 of the games were actually Pac-Man games of some sort, but not called Pac-Man, Munchman, Muncher, and all those different types. And all of them do it okay, but does this do it well enough? Well, first of all, you get a great little... That's how the machine would start up, but with a few extra additions. There aren't much sound other than sound effect, but you don't need much sound than sound effects. There are good sounds in there. You can redefine the keys, or indeed you can use the joystick, which I will probably do. In fact, to play this properly, we shouldn't use a joystick. We shouldn't use a joypad, sorry, we should use the joystick. So for authenticity reasons, I'm going to use an arcade R joystick in order to get that full Pac-Man experience. And hopefully, we're going to get that full Pac-Man experience now. And I'll have to say that this is one absolutely beautiful conversion of a Pac-Man game. It's probably, in my opinion, the best Pac-Man game that I've ever played on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. And I'm not just saying that, it's got all the mechanics right. The way the ghost actually slows down, right, when you eat more and more pills. And remember, the AI of the robots is different for each colour of the AI of the robots. The AI of the ghosts is different for each colour. Need to get these pills up here. I like the way they sometimes turn back and give you another chance, shall we say. I haven't got any cherries or anything yet, but nevertheless. First screen cleared without actually losing a life in actual time. So you can probably tell already that I've played Pac-Man quite a number of times, and I am absolutely loving this wonderful conversion. How he's managed to pull this off, well, it's almost like magic, isn't it? I mean, really is an amazing conversion. Look at the points rack up straight away. They're going to be angry with me. They're going to want to get revenge, but I'm not going to let them. And it looks like I was a little bit too late for the. Oh, am I going to get all four? Yes. It's rare that you get all four, but on that occasion I managed it, and I've got extra life because of it. So. Can I get to... Oh, it's gone, and I'm dead. I've lost a life. Right, the sound effects are fantastic. The graphics are fantastic. You could say maybe it's a bit small. Well, it's easy to fix. Put it on a bigger TV. And hopefully... I've got myself stuck. I've got myself jammed in. I should be able to clear the first level now. And I'm getting a text message. Fortunately, this time around I'm not getting killed by the cat. There we go. Do we get the sequence in the middle? I think we will. I'm just astonished. It really is a great conversion of Pac-Man. Everything in this game is right. The playability, the AI of the ghosts, the size of the screen, it's unreal. You know, you'd happily play quarters in or pounds in your favourite arcade machine to play this. Remember, Pac-Man was quite revolutionary back in the day and was absolutely massive. And I absolutely love it. I think it's an amazing game. I highly recommend for your Spectrum you do get this game. So, what's the sort of marks that I'm going to give it? Well, I'll tell you, straight up, this is a full-on 10 out of 10. This has got the Retro Robbins special written all over it. And I'm not going to be biased in any shape, way or form. I'm judging this by my own experience of loving Pac-Man as an actual game. I'm no Billy Castle. I play for real. Billy Castle. Billy, what was his name? Oh, look, come on, I had that, didn't I? I had that, it just disappeared. 10 out of 10. Pac-Man, the remix by Alan Turvey. I highly recommend you get that because it's one fantastic game. Did I get my name on the high score sheet? You bet your bottom dollar I did. But where? I don't know. Come on, hurry up. Didn't get my name on the high school sheet. What? Fix. Because there's no high school sheet. Well, not that I know of. Well, there can't be because I didn't get my name there. Brilliant game. Well done. A large round of applause. Love it. Before we get on with the Spectrum Next games, let's have a look at the events that are coming up. And this is one that I'll be going to right there on the screen, as you can see, RedCon, which is the Greenfield Social Club. I'll be taking a few bits and bobs, and I'll even be dragging along Brett from Babstar's Arcade with me, who's got quite a remarkable little coffee table cabinet type thing that you want to have a go on. It's cool as anything. To see in reality is better than actual real life. Before that, we've also got The revival event, of course, Game Not Over. Craig Turner will be doing that soon. So yeah, it's just getting close, that one. Might even attend that if I can get the time. I do want to attend every event I could possibly get to, but that's not always the case. You know, life gets in the way, work and one or two other things do too. Hope to see you at that, and all the details are there on the screen for you right now. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can see it's between the 8th and the 9th of June. So you haven't got long. If you need to get tickets, you need to get them now. I'll leave links hopefully in the description below. So here it is, the first next game we're going to review in a triple review of Next. I know they're like buses, you don't get many for ages, and then all of a sudden you get 3 games that come along for the next. Is this one, TX. I was about to say that. But you beat me to it. I'll be using the gamepad. I will hopefully be giving this a really good play. I have already gotten to a couple of levels, so I can show you other levels as well. Let's have a look at the playability. Shall we have a look at the credits as well first? Yeah, why not? That was quick. It was brief because I'm going to get to the game. Right, okay. By holding down fire, you can select any one of those power-ups, and you get certain power-ups when you get through it. So hopefully we'll do that in a moment. I'm not going to start at that level. I didn't get to all these levels. Somebody else did. But we'll start from level 1 and see how we get on with that, shall we? Yeah, I've got quite a few levels to go through, but we'll start at level 1 as I said earlier. Let's have a look at the game. What's the gameplay ability like? Is it really good or what? Well, spoiler alert, if you've got the Next magazine, you probably already know the reviews and the ratings of this, but I'm not going to tell you. If you haven't got the magazine, I'm not going to ruin things for you. It takes a little while to load up. And then we get into the action. If you hold fire down just like on R-Type. Now if we hold C, actually, we can choose which weapon we want. I've been advised that the circle one is the one we need to get. As you can see, we've got a couple of shields there. Now if we leave those things that you blast and you can change to select your weapon as question marks, you can actually replace your shields. But while you've got 2 shields, and I've just lost one, so I'll leave that as a... Got my shield back straight away there. There's 2 shields. Great little scoring mechanism. And what do I want? I think we should go for... Yeah, because the rockets apparently... I could have sworn I had rockets there. I want the rockets, that's it, okay. They help protect you a little bit. Well, you lost the shield there. I could have done with a sip of water before I started recording this. Yeah, the rockets can sort of destroy those wiggle things that's coming towards you, where your actual weapons yourself seems to just shoot through it. What do we want? Want to go for the hoop, shall we? And then we'll go for the orb. Down to no shield, so we've got to be really careful here. Oh, and I was so close to getting a bit more shield. Now, where do we start? Do we start at the beginning? No. I think we'll start from a bit further on, hopefully. No, we're right at the beginning, aren't we? So, yeah, so let's go for that one. Oh no, we're not opening my bag. Rockets is probably the best one I would advise. I watch these things on the walls as well, the ceilings. You can't fly into any of the rockery because it's kind of damaging. Well, actually it's deadly because you just die. So I would avoid that at all costs. Them little things on the floor. I don't know what they are, but they spit sort of green balls at you. Oh no, you do not shoot that green. What film, by the way? I've got rockets. Let's go for the orb, shall we? As soon as we start getting some power up here. We've already got the orb, but we can't have 2. bench with shield. If you collect enough of those as well, you get a bonus level, so hopefully. Oh, I needed the shield, and I've done it around. Can we go back? Can we ignore that? No. We'll use the downward arrow and hopefully we'll survive long enough to get to the shield. He'll spit the green right as I get close. Right, if we can survive this bit, we can survive anything. Yeah, we got one shield back. And we've instantly lost it, so I'm getting very close to dying here. Shield back, finally. We'll get 2 shields, yes, and we'll collect those bonuses as well. Getting to the boss fight. Doing really well. And this is the boss fight, so we can see this big bug climbing up. Oh, I lost the shield there. Didn't want that to happen. Keep in mind on those, like sycamore leaves are deadly, so if we can avoid them. Yeah, just a matter of avoiding there. They come at the wrong time, don't they? Don't know how close I am to killing him. I've done him. Oh, let's collect all those before we move on to the next level. Thankfully, I've survived the first boss fight and I didn't expect to do that. So great, we get to a bonus level. On the bonus level, if you collect all the little orbs, the green orbs are worth more than the others. We can, it feels like you're going lightning fast. Almost, yeah. We don't really destroy them, really. We want to collect them, don't we? It's easier with the bonuses if you can, if you've got all the weapons as well, because especially with the downwards angle weapon, you can able to stay at the top of the screen and still hit most of the bonuses. You don't die if you fly through them, you just don't get to collect them. So some of them really release these things as well, don't they? These like they look like crosses, little crosses, but they are reliable. Oh, I've been told bonuses, and we'll see how we get on with the bonus level. Yeah, so I've only got one of those green rings, which is worth 600. The blues are 525. The rest there will all add to your score sheet and all out for the improvement of the game. It's just as well, really, that I managed to clear the first level because I've lost all of my shields. I'm waiting for it to move on. It's just not moving on. Got ya. Level 2. Here we go. A few more minutes while we load the sequence for the level 2. Now the music is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Really dark, really dark. So this is basically a homage to R-Type with a few extra hidden Easter eggs in there. This section's called Big Worms. Most people seem to be able to get to level 2 or 3 quite comfortably, and then it becomes quite difficult for them. What else do I need? Should we have the upward arrow? Trying to think what weapons have I got. I've got upwards arrow, downwards arrow. That's the one I want, isn't it? Yes, in both directions, that's great. Now I can cover a lot of ground. It really gets a lot easier when you've got all the weapons, but once you die you lose all of those weapons, unfortunately. So the key to this is to stay alive, and I've been doing that and I haven't even been looking, but I could really do with some shields right now, couldn't I? I've got one shield back. And somehow managed to keep that one shield in the process. I nearly lost all those shields. This is where the downwards angle actually comes in, and the rockets as well, because there are certain ones you just can't get to unless you're looks like I'm going to get to the monster at the end on this section because I've got all my weapons intact and I'm doing really well. I don't really want to change anything, to be honest. You don't get a bonus for collecting more shields. You only get the 2 shields which are at the top there next to your score. It's a shame you can't have more weapons. That's my, I would say, the only drawback is it's a pity you can't collect every single weapon because you can choose between the angled ones or the downwards fire like I've got there. Oh, I took a bit of a hit now, so I've got to be really careful. In fact, because I lost both shields, I ended up losing my life. Big worms! Well, I'm not going to play it any further than that. What do I think of the game? Absolutely fabulous use of the Spectrum Next. Certainly does push the limits of the Spectrum Next first game that actually did do so. As you can see, I need to put an emo on charge there. Graphics are superb, soundtracks are brilliant, the game playability, it's not ridiculously difficult, but it's certainly not easy, and it's certainly worth getting. Marks out of 10 from Retro Robbins then. I'm going to give that a 9.5 out of 10. Certainly worth it. Don't give it a full 10 out of 10 because I'm not really a shoot 'em up person. I like platformers, but that's an individual decision. You may feel different. Great game. Highly recommend you get that one. So as promised, I'm going to start playing a few extra next games, and as part of my next games I've got a guest. Yeah, you've probably guessed by now, it's Brett, a good friend of mine, and he's got a great YouTube channel called A Good Old Matter, which I love to listen to while I'm doing some work actually over in the soldering department, and Babs Arcade, another great channel where he reviews next games. So I've got this game that I've seen posted on 1 or 2 Facebook forums on next sites, and I've had a look at the game, and I've just been reliably informed that this game is actually written in BASIC. I don't believe it's a 2-player game, which would be nice, but we'll come to that in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to let Brett take the hot seat for his first official play on a recording to see what he actually thinks of this game, its shortcomings, whether it's good, whether it's not good, whether the music's okay, and graphics, etc. So, over to you, Brett.
What?
Come here, get on camera.
I'm drinking my tea.
He's got his Batman there ready for you. Right, okay.
How are you, folks?
Shall we press go?
Yes, let's get a pad.
Yeah, this is where the battery runs out on the joystick.
Yeah, got pads, got tea.
Happy days.
Right then. So what was this game called again? Tank War Next.
Tank War Next.
Okay, let's have a look at the instructions then, mate. Destroy 5 turrets to reach next level. Follow the compass for next turret. Work fast for bonus points. Destroy enemy tanks for extra points. Destroy enemy soldiers for extra points. Avoid landmines. That sounds easy enough, mate. He says. Okay, follow the compass.
Oh, that's cool. We got Morse code.
We have.
It says subscribe to Retro Robbins.
I think we need to get you on the camera as well, mate.
No,
Come on. There we go.
I'll stick behind. I'm sort of like
there we go. That's better. That's better, isn't it?
I've certainly got a better beard than normal.
Okay.
It's got a bit grey.
Right. Okay. So we've got
You got a compass at the top.
full tank controls, left, right, spinny, spinny.
Two
That's all
speeds,
good.
isn't there? Fast and medium, is it?
Let's have a look. Tap. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, two.
That's two.
You must have played this before, mate.
Yeah, it's got a gearbox like your car. 2 speeds.
Okay, so we've got a compass at the top, south east. So let's go south east. Oh, I do like that effect.
Oh, you go for water. It does slow you down slightly.
Yeah, it's pretty good. South east.
So obviously the medical thing is good for injuries. And you're being fired on.
That's plasters, isn't it, for your tank?
Yeah, plasters for your tank. How about that?
Boom!
Boom!
Northeast. Northeast. That's this way.
Now I need to put the sticker up so as I remember which direction is which. You've got to blast through a few walls to get to him.
I'll draw you a map.
Ooh, that's nice.
Boom!
He got you though as well, didn't he?
Nah, didn't get me at all. Brush that one off.
Northwest.
Northwest again. Oh, there he is. Is it 5 turrets I've got to shoot, was it?
Yeah, I think you've done.
Oh, we got an enemy tank as well.
There was no warning him was appearing.
No.
Southeast.
Southeast again. How's my health looking? Pick some of those up, just because.
Yeah, the turret's going to be buried inside there, isn't it?
Oh, great.
What's the beeping for?
So I think that is to say it's in the area.
Okay, shoot the barrier. That's it. And
Yeah. So I think
there's a red thing on the floor there.
red thing. No, we don't. I think that possibly might be a landmine. Not sure. I don't really want to
So
find out.
you're against a landmine, a tank that's firing at you, and a turret.
Yeah, I'm having fun here.
And this is the only
Stuck in the
tank right now
trees.
that can't drive over walls.
Boom!
Yeah, boom. Ken boom.
Oh, 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 oh. I'm trying. I don't want to. Hang on. I don't want to go over that landmine.
You might have to. If it's a landmine, we don't know. Well, actually, I do.
You know you can't shoot
We
past the
did have a
landmine.
pre-recording, didn't we?
I've got no ammo. I've got no ammo. That's
so
why.
that was there's your ammo.
Here we
Do you
go.
get a full 9 as soon as you get straight away 9? So you can leave that there. Then I presume there's only a certain amount.
Yeah, there's some more up there on the northwest side.
You've got to be in line with it.
I still missed him.
It's because he was
And
off
again.
screen. That tank is coming back.
Ah! I was robbed.
All right. Oh, I got to stay in the picture.
You
So
know what?
do
That
you
was
think?
that was good fun. That was. I enjoyed that.
That looked
really
to be
enjoyed that.
intense. That looked better than the first recording we did.
There was no tent. There was no tent in it. It's not a camping game.
No, intense.
Oh, intense. Oh, okay.
So graphics.
For a basic game. Wow. Okay. Let's give it. That's got to be a good 7.5
So,
out of 10. I reckon,
Yeah,
for
yeah, but
graphics.
I think that you don't need a bigger tank, do you? Because if you had a bigger tank, it'd make the playing field look smaller. A smaller tank, it'd look like a dot. I think that it's the right size sort of graphic.
It would have been nice if it was full screen, but then again, probably asking a little bit much
For the basic code,
For
yeah.
basic, yeah.
Sound during the game, just sound effects.
Sound, again, a good 7.5 out of 10. Good use
Just
of
for
the
effects. The
yeah.
explosion sounded like
yeah.
explosion.
We've got explosions. We've got the. I like when you went into the water. That was a nice little effect.
Yeah.
No music. Does it need any music? I think it might have benefited from some like ambient noise, maybe.
Yeah, just give it some atmosphere at the
Yeah,
background.
but again, it's a basic game. You know, what are we asking for here?
So
Gameplay.
scrolling was good.
Scrolling was good, yeah, really good.
But that's the beauty of the Next, isn't it? When you're programming games in the Next like that, the scrolling is easy to do in basic. Unlike block capital scrolling, you get it on a basic game in the Spectrum form.
Where it was quite
counter
jerky.
blocks.
It was known for jerky
Yeah.
scrolling, was it? That's why they did like a push screen scroll, didn't they, on a lot of games, rather than a full screen scroll like on the Commodore 64.
So what do you think could be to improve the game?
For me, I'd love it to be 2-player. I'd love that to be. I'd love it to have a section in there that was like combat on the
That would be
26.
good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Maybe with able to be able to stop your tank and lay a few of your own secret hidden landmines
or some extra pickups.
and some extra pickups. Maybe.
That'd be good. Yeah. Extra
yeah.
powerful missiles, guided missiles.
See, a code version of this game with a bit more would be probably capable of doing that. No, I think there's plenty to spare there. But it's a good idea, it's a good concept game, it's good fun, I think. But okay, give me a full assessment.
Okay, so with the graphics, sound, gameplay, I enjoyed playing it. I had fun, and that's the main thing about games.
Yeah.
It's been written in BASIC as well, so I'm going to give it a good 7.5 out of 10, I reckon.
And I've got to completely agree with that. So yeah. So once again, thank you, Brett from Babstars Arcade, for coming along and testing out this next game. It's really a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. No problem at all.
You've put the cat to sleep because you've bought it.
Oh dear.
And there we go. There's the next game, and of course we're going to go on now to play TX 1696. Hopefully.
Never heard of it.
No, wouldn't recommend it. I've got a copy of that. Last game of the day then. Finally got rid of Brett's, you know. Kicked him out the door and everything. No, he's a lovely guy. Highly recommend his YouTube channel, as I said earlier. He's got a great channel there. It's a growing channel. Now, do you remember the Nostromo game for the Spectrum? Which I absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant. The Spectrum version was fantastic. Here we have the Spectrum Next version, and this kind of reminds me a little bit. I loved Delta Shadow. I thought it was brilliant. But this has got an advantage that Delta Shadow hasn't got. As always, links to all the events, if I can remember, will be put in the description below. And we've got Zap as well as Crash Live to get links to, which is up and coming in the future as well. Starting with the opening of this game, then you can hear the soundtrack. It is very dark indeed. Just gets you into the very gradual build up to it. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of there. Love the look of it. On this version, you're not just got to kill the aliens. You sort of got to kill the humans that are sort of protecting the aliens, or robots. I don't know quite what they are, but I'll tell you what I do know is how playable this is. Just love that looking teletype. Give me a chance to read this while I take a sip. I mean, to finish the show this week has been hard because I've got a bit of a sore throat and I'm taking lozenges and all sorts a little bit. I think Brett, he brought some viruses with him. He can take them back. Right, we'll go for a new game. Are you sure? Yeah, because I don't want to continue from where I left off. I want to show you from the start. You can choose your level. Easy level. Of course we want to do easy level. There we are, and as always, just like on the Nostalgia game, that flashes. The music's quite lovely to be fair. Great graphics, lovely looking sprite. Nice effect. Hope I'm giving you a chance to read this. There is quite a bit of this to be reading through. Now we've opened a barrier, but we've got no weapon or of any sort, so, and we can't get through there, but if you see him, he'll shoot you on sight, and they're very accurate. So we sort of need to survive until we find an armory. Usual challenge of platforms and things you want to jump. You don't want to be falling on the fan because you will. And I'm not going to be able to go through there because you can see there's like little red lights. That shows the gate is unpassable. Now we've got to be careful because as soon as this door opens, it's green, so if I go too close to that door, he will shoot me. However, I might need to wait till he's looking the other way to get up that ladder there. Because if you notice, they do look the other way. See? So that door's great. One shot, you're dead. I mean, they're brutally accurate. Fortunately, where you get one of these, that is your new starting point. I might have to sneak up behind him, hadn't I? Yeah, because it's not happening. So if I work around this way, go back on myself a little bit. Or can I open the door now? No, it's still green, so I've got to sneak up on one of them when they're looking the other way, and I presume it's the one I've just been. I took no notice of just. Let's make sure that. Well, it is green. There may be a chance here. It is green now. Oh, I can see that these are going to collapse. Big jump and leap of faith here. Now, obviously, because he's there, wait till he looks the other way and then get past him. I did that quite nicely, but the first few attempts of me doing that, I got shot every time and I couldn't understand what it is I was meant to do, but eventually I kind of worked it out. The control of this game is really nice. It's using the gamepad. Is there any way we can get weapons? Okay, so got to get one of them at last. What's down here? Oh no, we're back to that room, so I presume because we've opened that door, we've got to go around. I like the way that you're using all three buttons on the D-pad. You know, you've got A to stab, and B. Oh. See how quick. The thing is, what I notice about this game is when I get a weapon, I'll actually be able to show you. You have to shoot them a number of times before you kill them. But they've got some sort of super weapon where you get shot once and you're dead, and they're more accurate than a stormtrooper. So. Close enough. Got to do all that again now. I'm going to do a full live play of this. Hopefully one of the weekends where I'm actually free, where I might go through a number of levels, just so as we can get a good feel for the game. Have that. You've killed me 3 times in a row. forgot about you. Now then, hopefully, we're not going to be able to go that way. We're going to have to do a leap of faith over this big fan. Yeah. Now we need a little bit of skill in timing the leaps across these ones. Okay, well, we don't need to go all the way around because I managed to kill the guard. Another thing about this game is when you've killed the guard, they stay dead. So you haven't got to worry about rinse and repeat. You start from wherever you are. So it's basically got an advantage over Delta Shadow because of that reason. And it is an absolutely fantastically playable game. And it automatically saves your progress on the Spectrum next. So you've not got to wait. I'm glad to get rid of him. Still waiting to get a weapon. Aha, we can get our medic pack right up. Full medication there, full energy. Remember where that is because you might have to go back and visit it a few times. And now, hopefully, other levels have opened up and we're able to proceed. Not that way, unfortunately. Yeah, you've got to wait for them to look away. I got lucky that time. Not that I ever get lucky, of course. You know that I'm actually quite good at these things. This one can be quite tricky. He missed me. I don't have to do that. But don't worry, as soon as I get a weapon, there'll be some payback. Coming my way. Oh, I think there is a way that we need to go here, but not just yet, because if we went that way yet, oh, fall too far, just take your energy. I forgot about that as well. Now, just like the original game, when you get I got blown away, that wasn't fair. I grabbed him but then I died. I don't remember coming all this way. Right, I'm not going to play it anymore because this video will be way too long because I'm making too many stupid mistakes. Oh, what do I think of that game? Well, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a fantastically playable game. The music's great, it gives a great atmosphere, it's so well done, it's lovely to play. And I mean, as you progress through the game, you're really addicted to it because you just want to keep playing it. And it's one of those games that back in the day, remember when you was on the PlayStation, you would stay up to get to the next diamond on Lara Croft, and before you know it, when you were supposed to be in bed at say 1 o'clock, it was 2 o'clock, become 3 o'clock, and you realised you got to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. List has got danger of doing that to me, and believe me, that is not good, especially when I have to drive for a living. Now Delta Shadow, very similar in a way, but Delta Shadow, when you die you start from basically the start of sections of the level, but this one you start from how far you perceive, so you're able to continue. I mean, Delta Shadow is a lot more difficult than this game. This game is not that hard at all, as long as you take your time, but it is enjoyable. It's a great atmosphere, and I can see myself playing this through to completion. Hopefully we'll do a live stream on that soon. And with that said, I think it is now time to hopefully if all goes to plan, music please, there we go. Tight coordination, so tight it's unreal. Right, once again, thanks to everybody that helps behind the scenes of the show. Thanks to Brett for making a guest appearance on my show once again. He's a good lad, he looks after me, he helps me actually, because I had issues with my TI-99 problems that I probably caused myself. But he was here, he was like a Superman on hand with IT issues solved for me. Good man. And of course, thanks to you for sticking with me so long. As always, please, if you like the show, leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. The more people that I get to subscribe, I want to hit 1,000. That's my target. I don't care if I don't get any more. But I didn't have targets before now. Well, now I have, so I'm going to do more shows like this. And hopefully, I'll see you again soon. So, depending on when you watch this, from me, Wayne Retro Robbins, and Emo, my AI dancing robot, along with the Ginger Monster. If you have a safe working week or weekend, you take care, and I'll see you again soon on the next Retro Robbins. Bye!
Think of all the animals you've ever heard about, like rhinoceroses and tigers, cats and mink. There are lots of funny animals in all this world, but have you ever seen a panther that is pink?
He's Ginger!
Pink. A panther that is positively pink.
Definitely Ginger.
Well, here he is, Pink Panther.
He's a cat.
The Pink Panther.
He's a cat.
Everybody loves a panther that's pink. He really is a groovy cat, and he's a gentleman, a scholar,
He's none of that.
He's in the Pink Panther, the rat-eating panther, and it's as plain as your nose that he's the one and only, truly original
Ginger cat from head to toes. You are.
Yeah, he's the one and only, truly original Panther, Pink Panther, from head to toe.